and thank you for joining me today on Discovering My Dividends. And well, this is my investment challenge where I'm taking a $23 a month, $1 a day investment strategy and doing that for 2025 to see how much I can grow my investment dividend portfolio. So today we're going to break down the weekly purchases and see which one was maybe the best choice or which one has the most potential. So I'm going to look at what's maybe the best growth, best income, best value, and best overall of all of these picks. And I have 5 different Canadian dividend stocks that I'm going to be looking at for the week. All right, so my 5 buys for week 2, month 1, year 25 are IMO, RUS, MG, TF, and ENGH. Before we get started though, disclaimer, I'm not an advisor. So anything on here is more for my portfolio and entertainment value. If you are looking at using any of this, please do your own research to make sure it fits for your portfolio and it's the best choice for you before you go ahead and purchase. All right, so jumping right into here, we go with growth potential. So in this category, the runner-up was Enghouse Systems, ENGH on the TSX. And it was runner-up because it has high projected earnings of 12% for 2025. And so in the growth sector, it's kind of the second best out of the choices that I chose for this week. And so there is some growth potential there. Now, the winner on the growth potential is Imperial Oil, or IMO, and the dividend growth of potentially 15% and earnings growth of potentially 10% or more is really what boosted up being the winner of the growth category for those stocks that I purchased this week. On the income potential, my runner-up was Russell Metals, RUS, and it's got a high yield of 5.7 and a moderate payout ratio. And together, that kind of makes them somewhat sustainable in this area. So the income potential moves them up to runner-up. And the winner in the income potential is Timber Creek Financial, TF. And so it has a very high yield of 9% plus. The dividend is kind of limited. The dividend itself is quite high right now and seems like it could be somewhat sustainable. On the value potential, looking as runner-up with Magna International, MG. It's undervalued and well-positioned with a PE of 8.5. Now, the winner on the value potential side was Imperial Oil again, IMO, and has the lowest PE of 5.8 of all those stocks that I'm looking at for the week, and has strong fundamentals, so therefore potentially undervalued is what it really comes down to. Now, before I go on to the overall pick, I just want to let you know I use WealthSimple for my trades because it has no fees and it's quite easy to use. I really actually enjoy using it. It makes it very simple, and I put on a link, so if you're interested, if you're new and you want to get into a online broker, or you want to change online brokers, use my link. We both get a reward. They're not a sponsor, but I just enjoy using them. And I know that when I was new, I wish I kind of had somebody say, hey, this would be a good choice. This is what I use. It's simplified, and it is easy to get started, and it doesn't cost you anything. So if you are looking, go ahead and click that link. All right, so overall, now the overall potential of all these stocks, my runner-up was Magna International, MG, because it's undervalued and essentially for the scale. It's an international company and it's well positioned in the EV market. So as the EV market grows, Magna International should have definitely some growth there, and because they're undervalued, that value should definitely come out in the stock price. Now, my winner is Imperial Oil, IMO, and its strong value within the oil market being stabilized. So as the oil market is stabilizing, that's helping with the profitability. If this continues on, that should continue on for Imperial Oil to be strong value. Now, there is room for dividend growth and potential growth of 10% plus with the stock price. So there is some growth potential this year, and that should also push up the dividend price, which really kind of helps everything along. And that's why out of all the 5 stocks that I purchased this week, Imperial Oil is going to be the top one. The next thing that I kind of want to just touch on for the week, my overall value for my portfolio was down, not a lot, but it was down, and I've taken some choices of stocks that have dropped further. So I want to look further into those stocks to see, was I kind of premature in jumping in, and see if I maybe just got a little bit too happy, too excited, thinking that I want to get these before they pop back up, or is it maybe the market being a little harsher on some of these stocks, and is it now a potential to buy in at an even lower price and maybe get them on sale before they start rising again? But before I do that, some of these stocks, I definitely want to take a look at them and see if what I had done in the first place was a correct evaluation. So overall, I'm just slightly down for the week. I do have some positives here. I did have 2 sales that made me over 5% in a very short period of time, and I'm actually looking at Imperial Oil already having a 5% increase, and I might do a quick turnaround swing trade on them in the new week if they pop up on Monday or Tuesday. So that's it for my weekly analysis. So I hope you'll follow along with my videos and see how my investment challenge goes out for 2025. We'll see you for the next video. Thanks for joining me.